Hey, this is Patrick, and in this video I'm going to show you a feature that you can use our shapes and have them such that when dropped on screen allow you to type in some information specific to the project. I'm going to do two different ones, starting with this top one. I'm going to select it all. And in this case I want the shape to show client name and client address, and then allow me to type in a name and that address. So in order to do that, I'm going to create it as a shape. I've selected everything, come down to my common create shape like I normally do. I'm going to give it a name. Call it client info. I can still do adding snapping points to make things snap to other items. I can remember the size and unit. And here at the bottom there's one that's called edit shape labels. So I'm going to pick that I want, when it's dropped on the screen, to allow me to edit in for those two entries and leave client address and client name alone. Go back, click create. So now let's go use that. It's going to be in my shapes bucket. There it is. If I drop it on screen, immediately it's going to pop up and I can put in and for the name. By doing so, you can see that those entries were made. So you can imagine you can use that and have a more elaborate set of questions to ask and put a boundary around it or whatever. But in theory or in practice, that's how you do that. I'm going to go back over, and I had a second one here. So this is a piece of equipment I want to drop on the screen. I also want to number those. So what I've done is I've put in this, it doesn't matter what I put in. I'm putting some text in there. In this case, I push that hashtag. I'm going to select it and come again to create shapes. And just like I did earlier, I can, save it, equipment, save the size, come down here, and I want to toggle that on. So I'm going to create it. Let's go use it now. There's equipment. I drop it on screen. So now I can number it or put some other kind of code or whatever. There you go. If I create a second one, now I can come over here to the shape labels icon that appears when it's one of these shapes and change that to 2 and so forth.